What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager Save. This is episode number 107. And today we're returning with two big games as we hunt for the treble. Borussia Mönchengladbach at home, the holders of the DFB Pokal in the quarterfinal, and an away against Union Berlin in the Bundesliga, aiming to stay top. There's also the Champions League last 16 draw as well, so we have lots to get through. Let me just show you how Dortmund getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw Docksy Boy's French curse finally come to an end with our wins both away and at home against AS in Monaco to make it through to the Champions League last 16. And sandwiched in between that, a win away against Hoffenheim with Moukoko bagging a hat-trick as you remain top of the Bundesliga. Just the one game off camera, we just played it now. We beat Schalke by 2-0, and we remain 100% at home this season in the league. Luca Romero scoring this lovely free kick 34 minutes in, worth showing it twice. And then 6 minutes after the restart, the kid, Angelo Line Shooter, got another goal in a 2-0 victory as he wrapped the game up very comfortably. Leipzig did match our result, as did Bayern, which means the table does not change. However, 10 games to go. We're still in the driving seat, but Leipzig and Bayern still in it themselves. Yet Bayern in great form. They're turning into the win machine at the end of the season like Man City often do. But yeah, Bayern Munich right now, they're 7 points behind, and Leipzig are 4 points behind as well. So we're still top, 10 games to go. Destiny in our own hands, but it's definitely become a three-horse race now. Bayer has slipped down to 5th in the table. Hertha have now gone into top 4. But yeah, I think now it's a three-horse race. Us, Leipzig and Bayern. So let's crack straight on then. First game, Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Cup. And again, I would definitely say that we're probably the favourites in this competition now. Earlier, Schalke won away against Freiburg, and the other ties are as follows. Stuttgart at home to Hertha Berlin, and Bayer versus Mainz as well. But I would say personally we're the favourites for this now. And it's ours. I wouldn't say it's ours to lose, obviously, but we're definitely the team that most people would back. So all I want is one major honour. We might well go for a historic treble, but then again, this is a Docks FM, so the chance of that happening is very, very low. So right now in the injury report, unfortunately a couple of knocks off camera. Fresneda went down with a pulled thigh. He soldiered on in the last game of injections, but I never like to recurringly give a player injections. If I need to do it for one game, fine. But after he's made it through that game, I'm not going to juice him up again. So for Fresneda, he'll miss today's games. And Lan Shooter got a knocking out win against Schalke, and he'll get a night off tonight. Other than that, everyone is okay. And this will be a team as Lan Shooter and Romero get nights off tonight. As we go 4-2-3-1 with Dennis in goal. Back four with Kroza, Bennett, Creswell and Striddy back in for the first time since injury. Kiel and Mane are our DMGO with Dos Santos and company on the wings, and Reina through the middle supporting Yusufa Moukoko. On the bench you've got Alfonso the Dragon, Flavio Silva, Curing Dayo, Mohamed Vimmer and Norton as well. First of the two, it's the DFB Pokal quarterfinal against the holders, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Come on, Borussia Dortmund. Yep, a rare game without a goal for Yusufa off camera. Let's see if he can bounce back here in the Cup quarter-final. He's actually chasing history in the Bundesliga. He's got 29 goals this season. He almost opened a scoring here. Great save, keeps it at 0-0. But the record for most goals in a single league season, I'm sure you know who it is. If you don't, Robert Lewandowski, former Dortmund player, of course, but he did it with Bayern Munich a few years ago. Got 41 goals at the Allianz. And that is a single season record in a single league season. 41. Yusufa needs 12 in 10. It's going to be tough, but he's definitely capable of doing it. So second highlight falling here, 6 minutes in. Good start here from Dortmund as we look for the opener. Gio loses it though, and Mönchengladbach getting back in. We are the favourites for this. We are the favourites for this competition, but these are the holders. They beat Bayern in the finals. It shouldn't be an easy game as Reina hits it long. And Dos Santos, first time, almost scored a beauty. Off the post, still 0-0. Filippo gets around his man and pegs it back. And yes, there's the opener. Anthony Company struggling a bit this season, I'm not going to lie, and it might well be his final year for the club. Out of contract at the end of next season, and his future still uncertain. Mane to Reina has looked for a second. I think Yusufa was off there. He's just converted home, but I don't think that will stand. It will go VAR. Lino's not moving. I don't think that will stand. It's a lovely ball by Reina and a great first time finish by Yusufa, but I don't think it will stand. And no, it does. It does stand. Yusufa must have timed it absolutely perfectly. It's his 37th goal of the season in all competitions, and he was just onside there. It's a great timed run by Moukoko and a great weighted ball by Gio. 2-0, and I think we're going through to the semis. Blimey, the treble. I mean, really, the treble is on at this rate. This is extraordinary, man. I only wanted one. I only wanted one major honour this season. We've got a chance to win 3. But this is Dortmund. This is Dortmund, so You can't take anything for granted. 3 minutes to go for the breakdown. Still leading by 2 as we're going to close this game out. And I can take off some of my starters with that game against Union Berlin on the weekend if we keep this going. But Mönchengladbach, not done yet, but they will be if we get a third. Gio, who set up our second, rolls through Mukoko, who should have got his second and our third. Over the bar, still 2-0. Free kick right on the edge. And I think this will do it if Reina can convert this. And he has top corner, and that will do it. 3-0 Dortmund, and our treble dreams will remain alive. For the first time since I've been here, we're going into the final 4 of the DFB Pokal, where with no Leipzig and no Bayern, we will definitely be favourites to win it, and that treble is still on. I have to say, if we end up trophyless from here, as Mönchengladbach get one back, then it will be one of the biggest bottle jobs of all time. No doubt about that. Now, we don't need to win the treble. We don't need to win a double. But if we don't win something, one of those 3, then it's definitely a bottle job. Mönchengladbach get one back, but I think we're going to be okay from here. Yep, just a consolation, and that will do it. Dortmund's run to the treble continues as the holders have been dumped out here at the Signal Iduna Park. So delighted with that. Into the final 4 we go. And that treble remains alive for now. Question is, who will we take on the final 4? Because Schalke are still in it, Bayer is still in it, and oh yeah, Hertha Berlin and Stuttgart as well. So again, I'd say we're favourites, but not by much. I think what I'm hoping for is one of Stuttgart or Mainz knock out Bayer or Hertha. If we draw then in the semis, then it's definitely our trophy to lose. And here we go. It is time for the draw for the Champions League last 16 proper, as we made it through Monaco, and the fans seem to suggest they want us to face Manchester City. I'm not sure about that myself, guys. So here we go, Champions League last 16 proper. Shay Given is doing the draw. Very interesting. I love seeing who does the draws, and it's Shay Given who'll do it. He represented Manchester City in the Champions League, I think, once as well. And as we head in, the teams we can draw are the seeded sides: Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Manchester City, Juventus, and I see them there. I see them. Real Madrid, Manchester United, Chelsea, and our former team, Bournemouth. Oh, I'm not going to lie. I quite like that time. Here we go then. Here we go. So first name out of the hat is PSG, and they've been drawn against FC Bayern Munich. Blockbuster tie there. Next team out of the hat is Newcastle United, and they will take on Atletico Madrid. Bournemouth still standing. Next team, Real Sociedad against Manchester City. It's gonna happen. Leipzig next. It's gonna happen. Dortmund. Oh no, it's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid. Oh, I wanted Bournemouth, man. It'll be Liverpool versus Manchester United. Inter will take on Chelsea, and that means that Bournemouth will take on a German side, but it's not us. Real Madrid in the last 16, the holders of the competition. No, sorry, they won it 2 years ago, not last year. They won it 2 years ago. They had a three-peat there as well. And yes, Real Madrid in the Champions League. Last 16, one of the best sides in the world. Obviously, no one's won the Champions League more times than them. Carlo Ancelotti is still there. They're quite a few points behind Barca, going for the ties, I think, this year, though. No, they've caught up, just 1 point behind now. The Barca do have the game in hand, but they've been dominant in La Liga since the save began, only losing it twice to Barcelona. They've three-peated the Champions League. No one's won it more times than them. And I so badly wanted my old guys Bournemouth, but instead, it is Real Madrid. And we will, to be fair, link up with one of our former players, Christian Mosquera, who's now in their backline. So Real Madrid, the best team in Champions League history in the last 16. Bring them on. Right then, second and final game as we're trying to emulate what our under-19 team are doing right now. 24 wins in 24 in the under-19 Division 1 West. Unbelievable that. As we take on Union Berlin away in a tricky test here, aiming to stay top of the table. If Bayern Munich got like a TV partnership deal with the Bundesliga or something, because they're always the late kickoff. They've got a tough test away tonight against Freiburg. Lights are on to Frankfurt. Should be a banker as the top three aim to keep pace with one another cover as we go into the final 10 of the season. So, we'll keep our eyes on the Leipzig game. That should be a bang for them at home as we head to Berlin. So, heading into the game, we'll stick with 4-2-3-1, but a few changes on the back of the win in the Cup as Dennis remains in goal. The back four is Kroos, the Dragon, Creswell and Striddy, with Landshooter and Mane at DM, Joe Dos Santos on the left. He's struggled a little bit recently, Dos Santos. Great season overall, don't get me wrong, and only one assist in the Bundesliga from equaling the record, but he struggled a bit recently. Hopefully he comes good today. He's on the left, Romero's on the right, and Rain Sports Mukoko up top. On the bench you've got Alfonso, Bennett, Flavio, Kiel, Silva, Kieran, Company, Wimmer, and Norton as well. Second and final game, Union Berlin, and a win, and we could potentially go 7 clear. Come on, Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, it's got to that point now where we don't need slip-ups from the other teams around us. Now, don't get me wrong, it would be nice. We don't need it anymore. Destiny is in our own hands. We win the remaining 10, we're champions. So that's how we should look at this. Yes, a slip-up is nice, but, if we do our job, then we're going to be all right anyway, As Striddy finds Romero on the turn in the first highlight falling early here. There's Giovanni Reinu shot, deflects wide. Take a deflection, no it didn't, and behind for a goal kick. Still 0-0, but Leipzig should win that comfortably. Bayern are turning into a win machine, so listen, slip-ups would be nice, but we can't bank on them. Do our job and we'll be champions. Free kick, Dortmund, Gio Reyna, whipping one into the middle. Charlie gets up, headed away, and it will drop to the kid, Angelo, who... Oh! 35 yards out, and Landshooter has just scored a contender for goal of the season. Well, I want to see on the replay because surely that should have been kept out. First time dropping out of the sky, half volley. He's just caught the keeper off his line. Let's be honest, it's poor goalkeeping, but it's great vision. And the 17-year-old has just produced a moment of magic. 14 vision, flip those numbers around. What a great piece of vision. Well, we've been seeing it recently, haven't we? As Leipzig have gone 1-0 up there at the Red Bull Arena. We saw Ramsdale called out last season in that game against Sporting Lisbon. Who got the goal? I can't remember who got it, but it was a cracking goal from the centre circle. This one obviously a little bit closer in, but obviously in Manchester United's pre-season friendly a couple of weeks ago against RC Lens, Nana got called out. Landshooter's just done the same there. Sees the keeper a few yards too far off his line, goes for the lob and catches him out. Yes, brilliant technique from the youngster, and Dortmund are in front courtesy of a moment of magic from the 17-year-old. He might well get an assist here as well, which he almost did. Fernando clips the bar, and it's still 1-0. Mane heads away, and Mukoko just couldn't win that 50-50 duel as the host looked for a leveller to start his second half off, but instead Fernando wins it back. He's so good out of possession, and he's just found Mukoko to end his assist drought, as Yusufa gets another 38 of the season in all competitions, and now 30, I believe, in the Bundesliga. Chasing Lewandowski's record. He's still going to need quite a few more, but he's chipping away at it game by game. Another assist for Fernando. He now equals the modern-day Bundesliga assist record, and it's 2-0 Dortmund. Yeah, I just checked. I knew that someone had got more than 20 in the Bundesliga, and Schottcar, it was a Bayern player. It's Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller in the, I think I read 2021 season, where has the assist record with 21. So, cracking finish that as Union Berlin get back in the game. It's 16 in the modern day, within the save, if you will. The record books often start when the save begins, sorry. But if he wants to eclipse the proper all-time record, if you will, then he'll need another 6. Even so, Union Berlin back in it. Dennis beating his near post is 2-1. Throw, Dortmund, Kroos to Gio. And now it's Landshooter having a ball out there, offloads to the American, taken down. Referee plays advantage. And I wish instead he blew for the free kick. Given away, but Charlie will take charge of that as the captain displays a cool head, offloading to Striddy. And forward we go. Filippo to Stefano, the Italians down the right, offloading to Romero. And Luca has men in the middle, including Striddy right behind him. Reyna's shot deflected, back to Stefano. There's Mukoko, and it takes a massive deflection. But will he claim it? It's going to go to VAR regardless, but I don't see what they're checking for there. He can't have been offside. But I think Mukoko's going to have that one, and he is indeed. So Stefano will claim the assist, Yusufa will claim the goal, and Dortmund restore their 2-goal cushion. Yep, he's claiming it. I don't know what they were checking for there. Despite the deflection, he's claiming it. It's 3-1 Dortmund. Union Berlin trying to make a game of this as Mane trips his man up right from kickoff. And the referee awards a spot kick. So chance for Union Berlin once again to cut the gap to 1. Unless Dennis can provide the heroics from 12 yards. Now, Gregor, to be fair, saved a couple of penalties for me. But no one will ever be the king of saving penalties more than Nato, I feel, in my Bournemouth team. And unfortunately, Dennis can't stop this one. So 3-2, and Union Berlin once again cut it to 1. Make a change. You're going to move Landshooter further forward as Gio's carrying a knock here. I'll push the Dragon up, having him as an anchor man. I really like the Dragon as an anchor man. He's got a great range of passing. And I'll have Bennett now playing as Creswell as a no-nonsense centre-half as well. So 17 minutes ago, I think we should be okay. I think we should be alright. But still a little bit nervy here as we try and cling on to this 1-goal lead. It seems like when we go away from home, the majority of our wins are by 1 goal. This game, no exception. 4 minutes on the clock, almost there. And I think that is going to do it. I won't make any more subs as Leipzig hold on to a 1-goal lead, as do we. Final score away in Berlin, 3-2. Job done. Massive, massive 3 points. Whilst we let them back into it twice, we hold on for the W, which is all that matters to me. So we'll stay clear of Leipzig by 4. Bayern, of course, play tonight. We'll wrap up today's episode by playing that game and see if Bayern can stay in this 3-horse race themselves. We're still in the driving seat. We're definitely... That's not too bad. We're definitely not there just yet. Bayern do get the win. Shot car. How many goals does Araujo need now for that clause to pay out, I wonder? Oh, there we go. Right on cue. 5 goals. So he scores another 5 goals. We'll get an extra 10.25 million. But so Bayern win, Leipzig win, but we win as well. So we're still top, as it's definitely a 3-horse race now in 9 games to go. With 7 clear of Bayern, 4 clear of Leipzig. We still got to play them both at the Signal Iduna Park as we enter the final run-in for this Bundesliga season. But that will end today's episode of the FM Save, guys. So big fan, hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. And guess what I'm coming back for? The treble header, Real Madrid in the Champions League. The most winners in the competition ever, Real Madrid, home and away, and sandwiched in between that, a tricky test to be fair away against SC Freiburg. So a fantastic day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode as our treble dreams remain alive. But how much longer? Very soon.